Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to a new episode of When You're Delusional, You're Gonna Be on TikTok. I do hope you're gonna enjoy the video, so let's just get into it.
I think we need to unpack something for a second. Today I was watching videos on TikTok and a very cool male creator was defending strong, independent women. And out of nowhere I kind of stopped in my tracks for a second and said, where did this turn of phrase come from, strong, independent woman? I know I've called myself a strong, independent woman. You don't see a lot of men going around calling themselves strong, independent men, right? Because that's implied. I think that phrases like this work to parse out different groups of women, to categorize them, and to pit them against each other based on what they want, need, aspire to, and have. Instead of assuming at our baseline women are strong and independent, there's an implication here that women at their baseline are actually weak and dependent. Having to make this clarification about yourself as a woman, I find to be kind of offensive. And I think it's one of those things that misogynists tend to say as a demonization of women who are strong and independent. What woman have you ever met who wasn't strong and independent? I'll wait.
Yeah, I don't think you hate men, do you? I could give you credit for you following one guy, but let's face it, he's probably a male feminist and that's the reason you're following him. So I think I'm gonna wait. Maybe I'll try to give you any credit next time. How about next time you put your hate aside and just looked it up since you're curious about who came up with the phrase strong and independent woman. There was no misogynistic man that came up with that, it was actually women. It started off with this one, Sarah Grant, that introduced the term new woman. And it was Alexa Riley that actually used the phrase for the first time into a quote. I'm a strong, independent woman who doesn't need a man. Maybe she had internalized misogyny. That will be your next point, right? No, but let's continue. They actually even made a movie. And the movie is called Strong and Independent Woman. The director was Janet McCurdy. The writer was also Janet McCurdy. The stars were Maria Bamford and Addison Enrique. What do you know? No man in sight. The movie was actually such a huge hit that not even you watched it. As you can see, on IMDb, it's rated 8.2 out of 10. A whole lot of 7 of you watched it and reviewed it. Maybe it's easier for me, because I don't hate an entire gender based on a few, but I would rather do some research instead of just looking stupid.
Me being bothered is me being sexually harassed as far as I'm concerned.
So anytime a man talks to you, you consider sexual harassment then?
If you're talking to me and you have no business to be talking to me, you are sexually harassing me. You are undressing me with your eyes and I want to rip them out of your fucking head.
Yo, I'm sorry, but this generation of women, y'all are delusional. Y'all need to take a hike. They need to put y'all all on a fucking land by yourself and y'all just sit there and argue with each other. Because at this point, women sit here, even when I was younger, would just, oh, we're smarter than men, we mature faster than men, all this fucking bragging. And look at y'all now. When you guys get on platforms, you guys have fucking a peanut for a brain. Get the hell out of here. You guys do not even know what S8 and R word even means. Do you know that there are men and women out here who are getting brutally S8 and R word every day, but that's something we don't talk about? And do you know that there are women and men who come forward and nobody believes them because of women like you? And I despise women like you because that word has a big, big meaning to it. And the way y'all use it, this is why when people tell their stories or when people are really hurting, nobody believes them. And that's sad because that takes away from all the men who have been hurt, all the women who have been hurt. I don't like people who talk like this. If you were to ever say some stuff like this to my face, we're not having a conversation. That's all I'm going to say because I'm on TikTok, a child's app. Please, ladies, learn to fucking understand what certain words mean. Learn what misogynistic means, learn what narcissistic means, and learn what SA and R word means. And hey, just because you don't like a guy or he's not hot and not to your standards, it don't make him a weirdo. It don't mean he forced you to do something. Stop doing that, dude. Because God forbid one day that's your brother. God forbid one day that's your dad. God forbid one day that ends up being your man that somebody accuses him of. Now maybe you'll care. But it bothers me in this generation the way women are because y'all sit on platforms, talk and speak like this, but then get mad when men part their lips about y'all. No wonder they talk about y'all. Why would anybody talk about you in a polite way when you don't talk about them in a polite way? It's simple. It's tit for tat. That's how it goes. But ladies, do better. If you have this fucking mindset, change that shit now. Because there's women like me that if you accuse my brother or ever said some shit like this to my brother, it's on site and popping, baby. There's no words. I got no words for women like you. I don't like the way this generation is. 1, y'all are soft as fuck. 2, you guys say words you don't even mean. And 3, y'all are living in a whole different land of delusion when there are women like me who are logical. And I cannot stand for this no more. I would rather be like this, stand on my own 2 feet alone, and have everybody against me than to stand with you women who are living in la la land in delusion. These words can get a man put away. There's a guy on TikTok who literally lost his scholarship to this. 3 years later, 5 years later, they told him, oh yeah, it wasn't you. He lost everything at that point, bro. Who cares now?
She said pretty much everything there is to say on the subject, so I'll make this quick. I've seen a girl once that complained about SA because a guy winked at her. That's all he did, he winked at her. And I can bet everything she would have no problem putting that guy in jail. They can say whatever they want on any platform. They can use Instagram only to promote their OnlyFans accounts. But if men speak out, they get deplatformed, they get cancelled. Some guy in England got arrested a couple of weeks ago for a retweet, but they're complaining about equality. Come on now.
My aunt's husband got remarried within 3 months after her death. You know what we say about jobs? How if you drop dead today, they would replace you without a second thought. Why don't we think the same thing about men? Because it's true. They would figure it out. They'd find a new chick. Don't rob yourself of happiness because you're trying to be loyal. Loyalty doesn't mean shit to these men. They're not going to be loyal to you. Go manufacture your own happiness. Thank you.
Right then, manufacture your own happiness. Does that mean substances or batteries? And what the hell do you want from me? I've been loyal to you while we were together. You can't even be loyal to me while we're in a relationship and you expect me to be loyal to you after your passing? Yeah, it's gotta be substances. Maybe take a break for a while. I think they're messing with your head.
When was the last time you guys got a facial?
Like 6 months ago.
Oh, how was it?
It hurt so bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Why did it hurt?
Because they were picking at my face. It really hurt. I cried.
No, we're talking about this kind of facial.
Oh.
Yeah, shout out to her friend. She knew exactly what type of facial he was talking about. First one, clueless. Anyway, this is gonna be it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one.